playing 10 to 12 hours a day.
Dude, we would call each other and recap like we're sports analysts.
Yes.
Our games we just played. I remember walking in my driveway calling you at 2 a.m. going, man, I can't believe I just got 10 kills on that, man. Well, that dude on the roof. The dude on the roof. Can you believe him? We're getting all fired up again. I'll meet you at 8 a.m. in the morning. That's crazy. Welcome back to Experts of Very Little. My name is The Show. I am here with Mose Nose and Stony. Okay.
Stony Jabroni.
Yeah, look at that. So this is kind of our second episode. We did an NFL preview, but our second episode of Experts of Very Little, and we're going to talk about some things here. I've actually got one topic I'm going to throw at them. They don't even realize what it is yet. It's going to be gold. It's going to be beautiful because I know they're going to argue about it, and that's what's fantastic. Listen to these two goobers really going after it. So first things first, we're going to kind of talk about your thoughts on just last week in the sports world or anything for that matter. What's some things that really pop in your mind here in the sports world or in anything?
Well, it was an exciting week. First week of the NFL. Had some first two games were really, really good. And then that Sunday night game was really good. And then, I fell asleep, so I didn't get to finish it. But I think that Monday night game, it seemed like that Monday night game finished off with the firecracker. So
I did, yeah.
It was a really exciting week of NFL football. A lot of good games. College football wasn't a big slate, but big time win for the Oklahoma Sooners, baby.
Oh,
yeah. Oh boy. Well, I can't say anything about Oklahoma State other than I don't even think they showed up. But it was a fun week of NFL. You know, like Mosby said, the first two games are really, really good. Sunday night's game was phenomenal. I haven't jumped up or down and screamed like that in my living room for a while, but it was pretty fun. So,
on what game would you say you jumped up and down on?
Oh, the Bills comeback against the Ravens, baby.
Oh yeah, he's a closet Bills fan over here.
Closet Bills fan, folks.
Josh Allen, best quarterback in the NFL.
Ooh, did win the MVP, didn't he?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting.
Only because the media got fatigue of Mahomes and Lamar Jackson, kind of like the LeBron James fatigue.
Let me tell you how many championships you think how many MVPs you think LeBron James should legitimately have right now?
At least 4 more than he had. 4 more.
4 more, John. Did you hear that?
Kind of like
when y'all are done, and I'll wake up.
Last year, Lamar Jackson had 4,100 passing yards last year, 41 passing touchdowns, and 4 interceptions, but was voted by the same voters first team All-Pro over Josh Allen. But somehow those voters said, you know what? Even though we made you first team All-Pro, we're just going to give Josh Allen the MVP. A little bit of fatigue. They did it because we got tired. People got tired of hearing, "Oh, Josh Allen ain't even got an MVP yet." And I'm not a Lamar fan, but he should.
Or could it have been the simple fact that MVP means most valuable player to their team? If you take Josh Allen off that team, how good are they?
Well, John, that's if you take Patrick Mahomes off the Chiefs, if you take Lamar Jackson off the Ravens.
Just answer.
You're talking Bryce Young off the Panthers.
Because
they're going to be.
Both of you mentioned the Chiefs and you mentioned the Ravens, and they have a better overall team than what Buffalo has. You remove Josh Allen from that team, and they are not a playoff team at all.
John,
I'm sorry.
The Ravens aren't making the playoffs without Lamar Jackson, and the Chiefs aren't making the playoffs.
The Ravens would make the playoffs without Lamar, just simply because they do have a really good defense on top of offensive line.
They've
got Derrick Henry.
They just gave up 41 points. That's a real good defense. Yeah, great defense.
What did I just say? Oh, the best quarterback in the NFL.
Great defense there.
Josh Allen.
Great defense there.
But like I said, we were talking about last year, the previous year, about the MVP race, not just 2 days ago.
Oh.
As you can tell, folks, John likes to crown people after 1 week.
I said he was the best quarterback in the NFL last year.
Hey, can we talk about just real quick? Hey, for everybody, we do a full IDP keeper dynasty league on Flea Flicker. Can you mostly who finished dead last in points this week? Do you remember?
I think that was John.
That was Johnny.
Hey,
that was
it will be the last time that I
what he
go
scored
for Xavier Worthy like I did.
113 points. That all he scored.
Xavier Worthy
And he
played 3 plays and then broke his toe, and he's out for the year.
Scored 113 points. And how many people did we start? 20 or 15?
I think we started 20 at full defense.
So there's people in ESPN leagues that don't have individual defensive players that scored more than 113.
Hey, my fantasy team performed just as well as the Kansas City Chiefs did.
Oh,
Mr. 6-0 in the division.
Oh man, we're going there. We're throwing blows right.
Hey, while we're on this though, real quick, if I wish we had the playback of last week when I guaranteed that the Chiefs would lose to the Chargers. I guaranteed that.
Yeah.
Holy moly!
You also picked OSU to cover the spread against Oregon.
Yeah, well, I'm not the only one, so hang tight. I'm not the only one.
We also saw that.
I did too. Shows you how you don't start pulling for OSU because they just let you down. That's something Pops used to always tell me. Every time I saw rooting for the Cowboys, they just, what do they say? Snatch the victory out of the jaws of defeat, or snatch defeat out of the jaws of victory. That's it. Snatch defeat out of the jaws of victory. I'm like, oh my God, Pops. But it's true. Oh, she does it all the time. Okay, well, here's the thing I want to talk about. Here is the topic that I want to talk about. You do not know what's coming. I'm gonna make this a regular thing too, by the way. Every week I'm gonna give you something different. I want both of you to give me, in your opinion, you can make it however you want to make it in your mind. You can make it whatever metrics and everything you want to do. The top 3 greatest video games ever made. Go.
Oh boy! So I think top 3 video games ever made. Mario is on the list. Mario's the Mount Rushmore of video games, like
Mario OG.
Just the Mario series. That includes Mario Kart, everything, Mario Party. Everybody, even my kids, young kids, they know who Mario is. They played Mario. Everybody does. If there's a new Mario game out now, everybody's interested in wanting to go play it. Then, even though it's new or not as old as Mario, I think you have to put Madden up there. Madden is. But
which one? You can't just pick the franchise. You got to pick one.
Oh boy, then I'd probably say Madden 06. That was
that Vic? Year. Was that Vic's?
That was the one with Vic on it, I believe so. But I mean, it's just the franchise mode that you are able to do on it, just the attention to detail on it, the gameplay. It's just, I mean, it's changed the way sports games are looked. And then my third one, I mean, this is a biased opinion. I'll say Warzone. I think Warzone took ideas from Fortnite, Apex, and some of these other battle royals, and I'm telling you, and what helped Warzone is it hit at the right time during COVID. It was peak gaming, and I don't know if we'll ever get a gaming situation like we did with Warzone when it released ever again.
You don't remember when we were John wasn't playing video games at that time, remember? And we were like, oh man, you gotta get this game, Warzone, John, you gotta get this game. So then he went and got it, and I swear to every single person that's watching this or listening, John probably put up 3 days worth of gameplay in 4 days and passed us. We're like, oh my Lord, John.
Hey, that was not a good thing to get me turned on to.
During that peak Warzone game area, I was probably playing 10 to 12 hours a day.
Dude, we would call each other and recap like we're sports analysts.
Yes.
Our games we just play. I remember walking in my driveway calling you at 2 a.m. going, man, I can't believe I just got 10 kills on that, man. Well, that dude on the roof. The dude on the roof. Can you believe him? We're getting all fired up again. I'll meet you at 8 a.m. in the morning. That's crazy.
But those are my three. Mario series, which I know you want me to put, but Madden, and then Warzone, like the original OG Warzone. Like
John, go.
Man, this is a hard one for me. Because I do agree with Mario. I mean, it doesn't matter which one. Mario is the OG for sure. Another one for me is Donkey Kong. Between those two, I played almost daily. I mean, there's several others, but I have to agree with the Warzone. You know, I almost wanted to go with Mortal Kombat because that was another one that I played. I mean, constantly with, you know, the others growing up. But yeah, I would have to say Mario. Doesn't matter which one. Then Donkey Kong and Warzone.
So MetaCritic.com, I looked this up, and I kind of want to see what their ratings end up being and what the top video games were. And I'm going to show that here in a minute. However, I'm going to mention some games here, and I want you to just give me your reactions on if you think they could legitimately be in the top three. Now, these are also all biased picks, and we could go by the metrics and all the different things of if it was really a good video game or not. But how about Tony Hawk?
I played the crap out of some Tony Hawk.
Oh, I
don't know about top three, but I played the crap out of Tony Hawk.
How about Grand Theft Auto 3? Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Vice City. Grand Theft Auto 5.
All very good.
They were good.
Halo.
No, I didn't play Halo.
Halo's a big time one too.
How about here GoldenEye? We didn't talk about GoldenEye.
07. Wow.
GoldenEye.
Guys.
On Nintendo 64.
Freaking guys. What are we doing?
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, this won't be on top in any of the top list or anything. I still think and by far the greatest baseball game ever made was MVP Baseball. In 2005. Sure. MVP Baseball. When they quit making that, they made the show. It's good. Blah blah blah. It will never. I don't care. MVP Baseball was my favorite baseball game.
Another one off the wall that's very good that has a big cult following. Earthworm Jim.
Yeah.
Earthworm Jim, dude.
Yeah.
That was my game back in.
I know. And you know what's crazy? You mentioned Nintendo 64, and a game just popped into my head, and I don't know very many people that played it, but I don't remember. My buddy Cheyenne, he went off to the Navy and found this game, and he called me about it, and I was like, "What is that?" So he come home, and I started playing it, and I played it nonstop. And it's Conker's Bad Fur Day. It was a drunken squirrel.
Holy cow!
You literally, I mean, you would go to the bar, you drink and drunken squirrel, and then you went off into little tree land and doing different stuff. It was funny. It was funny.
Other Nintendo 64 games got Crash Bandicoot, Banjo-Kazooie,
Mario Party.
I mean,
when it first came out.
Yeah, dude.
But what?
Zelda.
What about Contra?
Oh my,
dude, guys.
Golly.
All right, so let's look at this. I'm gonna pull this up here. We're gonna look at MetaCritic's top games, and there's your list. You have The Legend of Zelda, 1998 was number 1. Number 2, Soul Calibur, 1999. Grand Theft Auto 4, is that 4? Yeah, that's 4. 2008. Super Mario Galaxy. Did you ever play that one? I didn't. It's on the Wii.
Mm-hmm.
Did you play that, Mosby?
Nope. Okay. I've never played the Wii games.
2007, Super Mario Galaxy 2. I guess those were rocking it. Again, another Zelda game. There's Tony Hawk at number 8. Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh,
2018.
That's a big time game.
And then there's GoldenEye at number 18 is why I mentioned it. I want to go over here and see if I can do sports games. Let's click on sports games, see what they said the top sports games were. Video ball? What is that?
Never heard of it.
iToy Kinetic? What the heck?
What are we
Push
looking
me,
at?
pull me. What in the heck? There ain't no Madden on here. Nah, that's whack.
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Next. That
I
can't
don't
be
believe
right.
that. Anyway, so I found that very, very, very interesting. I thought, man, that'll be a fun little segment. I want to see what they get their opinions on that.
So
But
we all love video games. I mean, we're 38, 39, 40 years old, but video games is at times is my stress relief, my escape from reality, and that's where us three have connected a lot of the time on this video game. So I loved you bringing up that like people think, oh, you're too old to play. No, we're not.
No.
Like now, am I playing 38 hours a week like I used to? No. But my kids love it. I love it. I mean, it's just sometimes it's a nice escape from reality.
It is. Yeah. No, and it's something too, like you said, your kids love it and you love it. But like me and Braden, we used to play, and that kind of when he would be at his mom's, that'd be something we could connect with while he was there. So
Well,
it was
me and Ben have a Braden story on the video games that we can connect with. What was that? Black Ops 2, Ben? Black Ops 2?
That is not even right.
Your son at that time was like 8 or 9, I don't know. Me and Ben would join his lobbies, and they would be nothing but kids, and we would rack up the
9 or 10?
kills.
You mean this fool was like 6 or 7?
I was about to say, I think he was younger than that because I don't even. We were still living in Salina. We hadn't.
I would call it'd be summer. I'm school teacher coach. I'm off on the summers. Mosby, he works at nights a lot. I would call Mosby immediately. If I was playing, I saw that he was on. Dude, you got to go now. You got to get on now, brother. He's on, and I am cooking. We would hop on, play for 2-3 hours, racking up 30 kill games, just beating these 6-year-olds.
So appreciate your son, John. We have connected on video games with him too.
Oh, that's funny.
We started doing stupid things like, hey, let's carry a pistol this time. We'd rack up 25 kills.
Now, I hate to sound like the old person, but playing with my kids now and their friends, these young kids, they're a little bit different on these video games.
Yeah.
They're a little bit different. It makes me not even want to play them sometimes.
Before we move on, one of my favorite stories I heard is from actually an administrator, one of my former coworkers that was an administrator, and he would say that when he would finish being a principal of a high school, it's obviously really stressful. You got to deal with not only the kids but the parents and all the nonsense, and his thing he would do, and he was well in his 50s. He would go home. It was just him and his wife. They were empty nesters at that point. And he would go turn on Call of Duty and he would just play. And he said, I would relieve so much stress and get my mind off things by just getting in there and being in war, in fake war, and just get my mind right for the next day. And I always remembered that. And I even took it whenever Rachel and I were going through the adoption thing. And we had a potential match in my hometown, my town I grew up in. I was living in a different town, but anyway, we had a potential match with a kid, and it fell through. The woman no-showed us. It devastated my wife. So I went to my principal the next day, and I was frustrated, and I was trying everything I could do to keep my head on straight. And I told my principal, and I just broke down in my principal's office. I just started crying. And she said, you know what? Take the day off. It was like 9:00. Take the day off. So I did. I went back to my house and literally turned on the PlayStation. And that's all I did that day. And I'm telling you, Mosby, I'm telling you,
it's a stress relief.
It releases everything for me. And I'm able to just go out the day the next day.
Yeah. Anybody I talk to, I tell them that's my escape from reality. Mm-hmm. That's like I tell my kids that I employ, the young kids, you got to have your thing. You got to have your thing. And talking with you guys, this is becoming one of our things, our hobbies. Me coaching my kids' youth football team, but video games is a key thing for me. That it's my way just to cut loose and escape the reality, the hardness of life, because life is hard. It's hard, but it's a way. I mean, Not every. I mean, that's my. That's I don't even have to leave my house, but I'm getting an escape.
Yep.
Speaking of hard, it's really hard for John to pick the NFL games because this past week, oh my God, I don't want to brag, but we cooked him.
Ugh.
11 for me, 10 for Mosby, and not even double digits for John. Let's take a
Oh.
look at these. Philadelphia, we all picked Philadelphia to beat those Cowboys. How about them Cowboys?
True Cowboy
Hey,
fan, folks.
hey,
True Cowboys
whoa,
fan, folks. True
no.
Cowboys fan, folks.
But let's
No.
look at this next one. The
I-
only game that we picked that everybody lost was the Kansas City Chiefs over the Chargers. But wait, Mosby, I thought John just said a while ago he guaranteed the Chargers were going to beat the Chiefs, but yet in this he picked the Chiefs.
Oh my Lord,
Mhm.
that's crazy.
Interesting.
He was so confident, wasn't he, that he picked the
Interesting.
Chiefs?
I was playing the point spread. I thought. I didn't think we're calling them
Oh,
straight
he's
up.
doing the
so-
points.
Our betting segment is not part of this. This is just pick straight winners.
Nah, we're picking. Aren't we picking the points? Is that what we're
No,
picking, or are we
we're
gonna
picking
pick
the
straight up?
winners.
Mm.
Folks, he did this too when he lost his lock of the week. Oh, I thought I meant to put Dallas plus 8.5 when he put the Eagles minus 8.5
No,
on her.
I definitely
You
did.
can find that segment
I
on our
screwed the pooch
YouTube
on that
too.
deal.
I mean, but
All right. So this next one, you both picked the Buccaneers. I picked Atlanta. I went out on a limb. I even told Mosby, man, I feel like I'm going to take Atlanta, and they played well, but they just got beat. John and I both picked Cincinnati. Look at Mosby picking the Browns.
freaking
He has
kicker.
something against the Bengals. Now, I will
Freaking
say
kicker.
they just about got their butts beat.
Freaking kicker.
That was bad.
Yeah.
They
That was
didn't look good.
interesting.
Why is it the Bengals to me look like they should be just so stinking good and then they don't?
They're just not a complete team. They got Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase are great. They are, but they their ownership and the way they're managed shows up when you look at their team. Is they will have a couple pieces, but they're not a complete team. They don't have a lot of defensive weapons. Their offensive line is shady at to say the best.
Sounds like you're describing the Dallas Cowboys.
Miles Garrett freaking had a free run at Joe Burrow. I don't even know how he got off the ground. I mean, but that's just. I mean, and John, you say the Dallas Cowboys. Mike Brown is a much worse.
No, I'm just talking about when
much
you're
worse
describing the
owner
team.
than Jerry Jones.
When you're describing the team, because that's the one thing that Dallas has always had. They've always had weapons on the offensive side of the ball. They've got holes at the offensive line, and they may have one or two solid guys on the defensive side, but he doesn't know how to structure a whole team. He accidentally fell into Super Bowls in the 90s. I'm sorry, because the next 30 years shows what he truly is. But I mean, if you look at the Bengals, that's what they look like to me, is the AFC version of the Cowboys. They've got good, solid players here, and then that's it. They're an incomplete team. They can be really good one week and look like dog crap the next.
Indianapolis and Miami. I was the only one who picked the Colts. Had confidence in the Colts. Miami looked bad, guys.
Yes, they did.
They look like the worst team in the NFL almost.
They look bad. Mosby's the only one who correctly picked the Raiders over the Patriots, and I even had a conversation with him that I kind of wanted to pick the Raiders. I went ahead and went with the Patriots, but he was right on that one. What'd you think of the Raiders' performance?
Solid. I was back and forth on this one though.
It's what I expected. I think Pete Carroll, Geno Smith. I think that gives them. I still going to stand by because I picked in the division. I think the Raiders are second best team in that division.
What do you think? Who's the biggest ad this year for that whole team? Do you think it's Geno? Do you think it's Genty, or do you think it's Pete?
I think it's Pete Carroll having a stable coach leading that program. I mean, head coaches, sometimes they get too much credit, but a lot of times they don't get enough credit. Like a perfect example of my team. Awful. We get Andy Reid in there. We don't win big until we get to quarterback, but we become stable and we're a playoff team constantly. And it's like if you have good leadership, it's going to show. It's going to lead you a long ways. It's going to help you. You're going to win some of these games you used to lose just because you have better leadership.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he's just He's so good, man. I just love Pete. I hated him when he was at USC though, because he was always dominating. We all successfully picked the Cardinals over the Saints. I think that's going to be a typical thing when the Saints play this year because they are just not very good. Pittsburgh, we all picked Pittsburgh over the Jets, but that took a 60-yard field goal. What are your thoughts on that game? What was you most impressed about in that one?
The Jets impressive, absolute crap out of me. The one thing that I wasn't expecting to look as good as it did was the offensive side of the ball. They had just lost, their offensive lineman for the year. You've got Justin Fields in there with a big question mark. You got Garrett Wilson, and then who else? Their defense they looked legit. But I was impressed with Justin Fields, and probably even more so impressed with Mr. 50-year-old Aaron Rodgers. That dude looked good.
Justin Fields, I think, is confident. He knows it's his team, and I think it shows. He played confident.
We all picked Washington over the Giants. You think that's more so just because the Giants are bad?
I wouldn't say the Giants are bad. I still think the Giants are going to be better than what I expected. I just think Washington is. I think Washington's just a pretty good team. Now, I was kind of disappointed that they only scored 21 points. I figured the offense would look a little bit better. But it's week 1, and excuse me, folks, I'm walking back out to my car. I had to go get my charger. But Giants, their offense looked bad. I think you need to go with the rookie. I think you need to move on to Jackson Dart and go with the rookie.
That's my thing. Is the Giants are going to have a good defensive front. Are their linebackers and secondary going to be able to play as well as the defensive line? They've got some good pieces there on the offensive side of the ball. You're just going to have a quarterback that's going to be able to utilize those guys, get Malik Neighbors down the field. The one thing that I look at is Russell Wilson last year. He was hit and miss in Pittsburgh. They were rolling when they had Justin Fields, and when they made the move to bench him for Russell Wilson, they took a step back. Is Russell Wilson done? I don't know. Is he just more so now just a backup? Because he's not really showing a whole lot. But I think Jackson Dart, the real question is how long do you go with Russell before you
Russell's career started going down. Russell's career started going downhill when he's lost his legs.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happens a lot when you got a mobile quarterback early in their career. When they don't have the same running ability later on in their career, you start to see a dip in performance, and that's exactly what Russell Wilson is.
Jacksonville over Carolina. I was the only one who picked against the Panthers. You guys were confident in them. I have watched just too much of the Panthers to think that they're going to win game 1. So I was correct in that one. We'll see if they get better this week versus the Arizona Cardinals. The Denver Broncos over Tennessee. We all selected Denver in that one. We expected Tennessee to struggle with their rookie quarterback, and they did. But wasn't as bad as as an 8-point spread would have said it should have been.
Denver struggled, and Bo Nix struggled, kind of like I said that they would this year. It did not look smooth and good at all. And I'll be honest with you, Denver was a Calvin Ridley drop away from maybe being in trouble. Calvin Ridley was wide open and dropped the ball.
Hey, John, who's winning that division right now? What's the records?
Not the Chiefs.
All right, so the Niners versus the Seahawks, and look at this. Me and John picked the Seahawks, and Mose knows he was critical of the Niners. However, he did select him in this game, and he was correct. Now, this next one I'm looking forward to talking about. The Green Bay Packers versus the Detroit Lions. Myself and John both picked the Detroit Lions, and Mosey was the only one who picked the Packers. And this one, guys, was not even that close at all. Give me your thoughts.
Good performance by Green Bay. We all knew that they were going to be good. And Detroit, I wouldn't even say they're terrible or they're taking a step back. Obviously losing both main coordinators and making that switch. It's going to take a little bit of time, but I didn't think it was going to be that bad.
I think Green Bay, like I said in my predictions, look like the best team in the NFC, and I think they look like the cream of the crop. They might be the best team in the NFL. They looked complete on both sides. The run game was good. Jordan Love was good. Defense was very good. They didn't miss Kenny Clark at all. They shut that run game down. I think they held Gibbs and Montgomery to like 20 touches for 42 total yards this week. Pretty good. You're going to win a lot of games like that. I mean, Parsons was disruptive in the little bit of plays he ran, but I think it comes down to Green Bay can keep Jordan Love 100% healthy all year. I think they're going to be in the Super Bowl on the NFC side.
I thought it was interesting that now I actually kind of just pushed it to the wayside and thought, John, you're an idiot. But he said Romeo Dobbs is the one I like there. And what did Romeo Dobbs do?
Well, 2 for 51.
And got a
Yeah.
tutty, didn't he?
Got a big old catch too.
Yeah.
And let's not forget, Mosby also said Tucker Kraft would be big for that offense. And what
Yep.
did Tucker Kraft do?
Got a touchdown.
Got
Yeah.
a touchdown. So they've
No,
got a
I'm-
lot of weapons. I still wish they would kind of just figure out which ones to get it to, but they've got a lot of weapons. So
They do have a lot of wins.
the Rams versus Houston. We all picked the Rams. They won. We went 3-0 in that one. Buffalo over Baltimore. This was an absolute incredible game. I'm not sure, it'd be crazy for the best game of the year to happen in week 1, but we might have seen the best game of the year in week 1. What were you guys? I mean, I know me and Stoney, we picked the Bills. Mo's picked Baltimore.
So-
I don't think you could have really picked a bad choice here.
Interesting fact: second year in a row on Sunday Night Football that the Ravens, actually it was Thursday Night Football last year because the Chiefs were the defending Super Bowl champ. Second year in a row that the Ravens have lost by 1 point in their opening game.
Yeah. Well, man, I'm just going to tell you when, what was it, 25-40? When Baltimore went up 25-4, I'm like, man, this game's over.
4:32 left.
Yeah. I'm sitting there going, there's no chance. Like, what in the heck is going on? And then, of course, they score, and then they get the fumble, and I'm like, holy moly.
Better yet, on the score, it was deflected like twice.
Oh, yeah.
4th and 2, and then
Keon
Coleman had a dive for the catch. So great play, fluke play. But then you had what happened in that very next play, fumbled by Derrick Henry, and that's when I thought right there, okay, the Ravens are in trouble, because Lamar Jackson, he said he was cramping up. Come on, you have guys playing on freaking one ankle, freaking leading the team. You're going to talk about, I was cramping and blah blah. Couldn't.
Yeah.
Come on, you got to be better than that. But it's just, I mean.
Hey, listen, I tell you what, did Keon Coleman have a coming out party?
Because he looked good. He was in a lot of breakout people's fantasy picks this year.
Well, he made some big time catches, and I don't think none more than the one that he had to go up for on the sideline and catch, and he could have been pushed out of bounds and it been an incomplete pass, but he kind of turns his body and falls back inside.
I think
the guy is a phenomenal athlete.
I think the youth of the Ravens secondary showed up big time in that second half.
Oh, for sure.
Because they got a second-year corner. They're starting a rookie safety. Now, they got Kyle Hamilton and Marshawn Lattimore, but Lattimore went down or Marlon Humphrey. He went down with an injury.
I think Jair Alexander he looked lost sometimes.
Yeah, I don't think Jair Alexander's ever been a top corner. I think that's why Green Bay said, "Hey, we're okay with you going." I think he's been a good.
He's a good vet, Yeah.
He ain't been bad, but I don't think he's one that's going to shut it down. So I mean, I think the weakness of the Baltimore secondary kind of shed light in that, and then, I mean, their pass rush was kind of non-existent, but that was a story with a couple teams that are supposed to be good. 0 pass rush. Kansas City Chiefs.
And the last game last night, Minnesota over Chicago, which actually it really, I mean, I would venture to say probably 80% of the game, I thought it was the Bears game.
Mm-hmm.
And they just kind of fell apart at the end. But there for a minute, guys, I was like, man, Caleb Williams is doing his thing. He's looking pretty good.
I went back and just kind of recapped that second half since I slept. It was a tale of two halves. Caleb Williams looked very good first half.
Yeah.
And it's almost like Ben Johnson and them took the pedal, got, took the foot off the gas pedal a little bit, and then J.J. McCarthy, like Kevin O'Connor, it's like he had the reins on him for a little bit. It was kind of slow. He only threw 20 passes. I think he only attempted 6 passes in the first half. But then it's like that fourth quarter. It's like, all right, we got to let this pony run, and he ran.
No,
He
well,
ran and got him going.
it was kind of one of those things. I'm sitting here watching. I'm like, man, Caleb Williams, like the whole first half, he started out with 10 for 10. And I mean, he was just picking that defense apart. And I'm like, my goodness, okay, here we go. And then come the second half, he's still kind of, I mean, he's playing well. And McCarthy's over here. I'm like, what are they doing? Play calling, what? I mean, I don't even, I couldn't understand it. And then they just took off. But I don't know if you guys saw the interview with Aaron Jones and Kevin O'Connell about what happened on the sideline. They're in the third quarter timeout, and they're in a huddle, and everybody, what they say, McCarthy, when they interviewed him, they were like, he just looked at everybody and was like, everybody's in their own head. They're trying to figure out what's going on, what to do. And he just kind of looks at everybody and grins. He smiled. It's like, guys, would you want to be anywhere else other than here? And they're like, what is this dude talking about? And he's like, hey, we're here. Let's go. And they all just kind of rallied around the kid. And like you said, Kevin O'Connell, he kind of unleashed the reins and let McCarthy play. And man, it was a different quarterback from then on.
He is 61-3 in his career as a starting quarterback from sophomore year until now.
They ran that one, the one RPO play there where he ran it in for a touchdown. And I think that's kind of when Kevin O'Connell was like, hey, okay, here we go.
They're both of those I think will compete for a playoff spot. I mean, it's just they're in the division. They're in the division with the Green Bay Packers and the Lions. So it's going to come in.
Yeah.
So with that game, I was the only one who picked Minnesota. You guys picked the Bears, and I was able to take the 11-5 record. Mosby has a 10-6 record, and John has a 9-7 record with the NFL picks. So I'll be anxious to see how that pans out next week whenever we do our recording for next week. But we're going to move on to, we're going to kind of start wrapping things up here. But I want you guys to give me, if you had to give me your biggest concern of a sports topic, any sport, whatever it is, college football, MLB, whatever it is, what is your one biggest concern?
Mine would probably be, if I was a Detroit Lions fan, I'd be very concerned. Because
Details.
You not only got manhandled, like you did not look like a team that will go. I know it's week 1, but you did not look like a team that's going to compete for a playoff spot. Like you had too many offensive weapons to be dominated like that. And I think a lot of concern is that offense may not be the same with Ben Johnson being gone.
Okay, John.
If I'm Mike McDaniels, I'm probably starting to get ready for the unemployment line.
Yeah, that's a good one, John.
I'm telling. I mean, I said it, just on when we did our predictions. It's all going to come down to their health, and if Tunga Vailoa can stay healthy, I think they can push for a playoff spot. Hey, listen, after seeing what I saw last week, they could potentially be one of the worst 3 teams in the NFL.
And then also with the news coming out that Tyreek's being accused of domestic abuse.
Only we could have seen that coming.
I mean, they got a lot of distractions.
Yes.
My biggest concern, or the people who should be concerned, is the Mike Gundy camp. The fans of Mike Gundy himself. I think it's time, guys.
It's been time.
He didn't want to adapt to the new college football. Now it seems like he's chasing his tail. I know you can sit there and talk. Well, who do they get? Who can they get better? At this point, it doesn't matter. 69-3 to Oregon. I don't care. Oregon's legit. Oregon's really good. Okay, you should never get beat if you are Oklahoma State or a competent college football team, a Power Four, whatever it is now. You should never ever get beat 69-3. That is absolutely embarrassing. If I was an OSU fan, I would say it's time for a change. That's ridiculous. And the reason I say that is you can go look at the past scores this week. Who did Georgia play? Austin, PA. They won 28-7 or something like that. Austin, PA, guys. Georgia.
Clemson was losing was it Troy?
Troy.
Or
they
Troy.
only won, 28-17?
Yes.
Oklahoma State got beat 69-3. It's time.
To feed off that, Mike Gundy keeps sticking his foot in his mouth. Okay. Well, John, you're the OSU and the fan. Were they not in the Big 12 championship? 2 years ago?
It's a couple years back, yeah.
Okay.
2-3 years ago.
3 years ago, not a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
You do not take this big of, if you are, and I know you're going to disagree with me, John. If you are an energetic coach, if you are adapting to the times, if you are trying to push that program forward, you don't go from the Big 12 championship, or if you'd have won it, could have maybe got a playoff spot, to now, are you going to win more than 3 games? To a 69-3
sure hope so.
3 loss? Like, if I'm a fan of that base, I don't want Mike Gundy there this next week him coaching against Tulsa. It's time to move on. It's time to fresh start.
Unfortunately, that it's not going to happen, and only because they still believe that he's at least earned the right, And I will say, you can say, he didn't adapt, whatever. It's more that it is more than Mike. It is, of course, the athletic, director, all those guys up top, because they've got to adapt with them, because Mike don't make the calls. That's the whole irritating part about it all, because everybody wants to point the finger at Mike Gundy, which is fine. Hey, somebody's got to take the fall, and it will be Mike at the end of the day.
John, it's been confirmed by boosters that Mike didn't want to adapt. That's why they threatened his job last year.
You say that, though, but like I said, Mike is not the one that writes the check and calls the shots when it comes to paying these guys or whatever, the NIL deal and all that stuff. Mike Gundy don't make those decisions. Mike Gundy's not going to be the one saying, hey, we're not going to do this or we're not going to do that. Yeah, he can fight it, but at the end of the day, if they want to, hit the portal and they're going to go and do this, they're going to tell the recruiters, hey, this is what I want you to do. Go and let me know. We'll write the damn checks. That's just all there is to it.
So let me tell you, as a player, okay, if your coach isn't on board with the new modern day college football system, how college football is, which as much as we want to hate it, that's what it is right now. Yeah. So if your coach isn't on board with that, and you probably heard him bitch about it, and you're a high school recruit and you know this, why are you wanting to go play for him? That's why
it's about the money. Nothing. It's not about anything else other than the money anymore. It doesn't matter about the coaches, unfortunately.
But it doesn't matter about the
program. It's just all about the money.
Football. That's modern day college football. As much as we hate it, that's what it is, and it's going to be like that for a while. So if you have a coach that is not adjusting, and you're a player that knows he's not adjusting and doesn't want to adjust, why wouldn't you go to transfer portal? Why am I going to commit to this guy when I know he's not going to do what's in the best interest of college football right now?
The kids are not committing to anything other than the money. That's what I'm saying. They don't care about any of that stuff.
Then why don't he retire? Then why don't he just step away?
Well, I think we'll see the change coming, and obviously that was rumored this past year when they were talking about Zach Robinson, and they were talking about all these other names coming up. It's going to happen because at the end of the day, I mean, he's done it for 20 plus years, and he's had a good run. Say what you want, I mean, Mike Gundy did well with very little, and he won a lot of games, but. At this point, I mean, like you said, you don't go from being in the Big 12 championship a couple years back to losing 69-3. I mean, you guys know me more, better than most. And I've been a big Mike Gundy advocate just because of what he's done for the program. And there's nobody that can argue anything about that. But at the end of the day, when it's time, and that time is now. I think you have to make the change. It's not going to be during the season. There's no way they do that to him. It'll be after the season, and it'll be something where he's resigned or he's retired, and he'll ride off into the sunset.
Yeah, that would be my my biggest concern. But you're right. You made a lot of good points. Both of you made really good points there. I do think it's time. And we'll see. That's a big statement you just made. You think it's probably going to be at the end of this year. So I just think it's time to move on. Now, I want your one biggest, most confident statement in the sports world right now. Go.
The Green Bay Packers are the best team in the NFL.
Woo! John, listen to him.
Well, that's okay.
Flip it.
Yeah, right here we'll we'll go
John,
back to
what's
this
yours?
later. The Dallas Cowboys will be a playoff team.
Good God.
All right, folks, that's it for tonight. We're done. Let's go ahead and wrap it up. And I'm sorry for the words that you just had to hear, folks. Dallas Cowboys, just even though they are my lock of the week this week.
Hey, listen, I'm just telling you, I don't care what anybody said. I mean, coming into the season, I wasn't expecting a whole lot, but after their performance Thursday, I'm pretty positive.
Let me ask you this, okay? Yeah. No. So you feel confident with Dallas? They lost the game. You feel confident with that performance because their quarterback looked good, right? I mean, some good things. So why after 1 week are you automatically trying to get me to say the Chiefs suck when our quarterback looked just as good, better than Dak did, and we lost by 6 in a close game against a team like the Philadelphia is a real good team against the Chargers team that's going to be really good. And I'll go back.
Nobody
Chargers are probably going to
said
make the playoffs, but
nobody said anything about the Chiefs suck. What I did say was that they definitely wouldn't go 6-0 and they would lose to the Chargers. That is exactly what I said. And that's what happened. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter about anything other than what the product looked like that was on the field. And I'm sorry, but that was a whole lot better than what I was expecting. And a whole lot better than anybody else was expecting. I can assure you of that, especially against the Eagles. I don't give a crap what anybody says.
My biggest, most confident statement of this past week is Emeka Egbuka will be the best receiver out of this draft class.
I called it.
I know you blew our eardrums off one night on the video game.
I still don't have any idea what you guys are talking about. But
I'll say this, and also say, I don't know if he's more talented than Ted. Ted does things that are pretty amazing.
He's just in a better position.
Situation.
He's better. He's in a better position, a better situation. Yes.
Which matters big time in the NFL. So I'm going to say after when it's all said and done, we're going to look back in 5 years, 10 years and go, wow, Emeka Egbuka was the best receiver in this draft class. That is my confident statement. Now, in week 10, I could be coming back and saying, you know what? My most confident statement is Tet will be the best. Completely switching on everybody. But we'll see. Real quickly, to end this thing, we're going to take one just real quick, kind of skim through the next games here for college football. We got Oklahoma at Temple, Oregon at Northwestern, Alabama at Wisconsin. I think all these that are favored are probably going to take care of business. Georgia and Tennessee, just real quick, make a pick real quick.
Tennessee at home.
Man, it's going to be tough to go against Georgia.
You going to go Georgia?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go Tennessee. I'm going to take the home. It's going to be a great game, I think. Again, just kind of skimming through here. South Florida at Miami. I'm going to go Miami. I don't think
I got Miami, but I think it's going to be closer than what everybody thinks.
That's a big spread there. Does Florida bounce back at all against LSU? I think LSU wins, but do they?
I think Florida does bounce back. I think Florida was looking ahead a little bit too much, and I think South Florida's not bad. I mean, that guy is going to be a hot name of getting a power forward job. That South Florida, Alex Galoche, I think his name. He's a hot commodity, and he's doing a heck of a job.
Texas A&M, Notre Dame, quick.
Notre Dame. Notre Dame ain't losing again the rest of the year.
I'm
So
gonna say Notre Dame there as well.
a sneaky game is that Georgia Tech Clemson game. Georgia Tech, Haynes King.
Georgia Tech, Clemson. Let's go look.
It's at
Where's it
Georgia
at?
Tech.
Here. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're only 3.5. Clemson.
Yep.
Interesting.
And
Okay.
Arkansas could pull an upset over Ole Miss.
Arkansas's that team that you never know, man. They got a pretty good
Definitely don't want
quarterback
to sleep
now.
on them.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Grove, Oklahoma.
Sam Pittman, Grove, Oklahoma, huh? I'm not sure I knew that. Pretty cool. And then last but not least, let's go to the NFL, the king of football, NFL. And just real quick, going through here, Commanders, Packers. That should be that's going to be a real fun game for
That'll be
the
good.
I'm looking forward to the Giants beating the Cowboys.
Johnson Bowl with the Bears and
There
Lions.
it is.
That
Yeah.
will be real fun. That'll be fun. I'm going to go Lions there. They're at home, but they got to play better. They were not. It didn't look pretty. Patriots, Dolphins. Quick pick.
Patriots.
Dolphins could bounce back. I mean, but Patriots, I think, are a team that's going to be a lot better than people think just because of the coaching. But we'll see.
Yeah.
It's a sneaky game for me. Only because of the injuries. Watch the Saints and the Niners.
Oh.
Kittle's out. They still ain't got Ayuk. And then Purdy's got 2 injuries, a shoulder and a toe.
Oh, okay.
A toe.
Pittsburgh and Seahawks gonna be good. Yeah. Broncos, Colts. Could the Colts do the Colts?
Broncos, baby.
You remember what my prediction was for Warren? He'd be the leading tight end this year.
Mm-hmm.
He already had his good start.
Got the Super Bowl rematch.
Oh man, where we going there, John? Chiefs,
Eagles.
Both of their secondaries looked slow and not good. So, what defense is going to show up?
Falcons, Vikings. Actually, that'll be a very entertaining game to me. I like some of the pieces.
Isn't that a rematch? Isn't that a quarterback rematch of the national championship 2 years ago?
Wow.
That's a storyline I just realized just now. Yes.
Wow.
Penix versus McCarthy.
They both look good. Penix looked real good.
Yeah, he did.
And then the Buccaneers, Texans, and Chargers and Raiders. That'll be a fun game too. I'll enjoy watching that one real late that night because I like a lot of the weapons on both those sides too. So, anyway, any final thoughts, guys? Any final thoughts before we exit?
I think it's a lot better plate of food for college football this week. Last week was kind of a weak schedule, but I think that the meat of it gets back into it this week, and then a lot of storylines looking forward to week 2. The great thing about the NFL is, and John's one of them. You always have people overreacting after 1 week. Great. This one thing I love about the NFL. You can start off 0-4 and finish 13-4 and go to the Super Bowl. I mean, the Chiefs a couple years ago went 11-6 or 10-7 and won the damn Super Bowl. I mean, everybody thought they were done. That's the great thing about the NFL is everybody is in it.
One of my confident I ended up going with the other one, but one of my confident statement was going to be, take a breath. The Chiefs are going to be all right.
Exactly like Rich Eisen said. No concerns at all. I mean,
John, final thoughts.
It's going to be fun. Like I said, he got a little bit more there in the college world this week, and then more exciting games for the NFL. So it's going to be a weekend of some good football. Well, I think the NFL is about as even across the board as it's been in a while. You've got some really good teams on both sides, AFC, NFC, and I mean, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? And it's only begun, so it's fixing to get interesting.
We also got some tight MLB races coming down, and me and the show are in a battle in fantasy baseball semifinals.
We still a little taste of that next week.
Go figure. Cardinals are still losing.
If you're wondering, John's in dead last in that as well. So if you don't see a theme here,
that's old in April. Calm down.
Dead last and John are kind of they intermingle. So yeah.
Hand in
Hmm.
hand.
Anyway, thank you guys. If you've watched this all the way through, if you've watched this at all, like, subscribe, share, do all those things. Get us out there. We're on every platform, and it's just fun for us. It's a real fun time, and we are appreciative of you guys, and we're appreciative of any suggestions. We're already seeing some hate comments. We love it. Give us those hate comments, baby.
Bring
We
it.
love it. It makes us so happy. So you guys take it easy. Have an incredible rest of your week. And you know what? Spend time with family. Family's important. Spend time and make the most important thing the most important thing. So I'll see y'all later.